welcome back to my channel, or better yet, welcome to the party if you're new here. In today's video, we're going to be doing a Flexirod set on blown out hair. I'm super excited to get into this hairstyle because I've never done it before. But before we even get into that, if you're new here, you're welcome once, you're welcome twice, you're welcome 3 times. Welcome to the party. And while you're here, you might as well subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you're notified every time I post a video, so that you become a member of the Zuri community. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I'm starting out on blown out hair. I did wand curls on my hair, and this is what my hair is looking like now. Since my hair is still blown out, I decided that I wanted to revamp this hair until I wash it next week. So before I even do anything, I'm going to detangle my hair and then put it into 4 sections. And what I like to do, I like to go ahead and put my hair in the 4 sections and then I detangle. I don't know, maybe I'm the drama, but it's like a habit now. Like, I always part my hair in 4 sections on like blown out hair and then I detangle. Don't ask me why. So I'm going to go in with my tangle teaser, and we're just going to start at the ends and we're going to detangle gently. And the reason why you want to be gentle while brushing your hair on dried, stretched hair, you want to make sure that you're not breaking your hair off in the process. So you want to make sure our hair is thoroughly detangled before we get started. Alright, so that section is complete. Alright, so let me go ahead and do the other sections and I'll be right back. Okay, now that that's done, like I mentioned before, we're doing a jumbo Flexirod set. When I say jumbo, I'm talking about the size of my sections, not so much the size of the Flexirod. So the Flexirods that I am going to be using today is the purple one, is the main one that I want to use. I have like 12 of these. So I'm going to try to use all 12. But if I run out of the purple ones, I do have like these orange ones. See how different they are? So I don't know, child, but I definitely do want to use the purple ones. And the reason why I'm using like bigger sections is because I'm hoping that this will give me a more voluminous look. I feel like I should be able to achieve that more voluminous look with bigger sections and the purple Flexirods. And also, not to mention, if you've done Flexirod sets before, you know that these things are not the most comfortable things to sleep in. And more than likely, I am going to end up sleeping with these rollers in my head. So the less there are, the better. Okay, and in terms of the products that I'm using, I'm only using one product, which is the foam, and I'm using the Texture ID Thermal Multi-Styling Foam. I don't know if you guys remember when this foam was like really popular in the natural hair community, and ever since I've been exposed to it, I've never been back. Okay, like, this foam is so good. It's so good, and if I remember correctly, it's not that expensive. Like, I think I may have paid like maybe $10 for it, and that's not bad at all. Okay, so a little bit about the foam. It's perfect for achieving ultimate body and balance with a light hold. This lightweight alcohol-free foam helps shape and define curls while adding a boost of smoothing shine. The heat protective formula protects up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. It's great for wrap styles, roller sets, and blowouts. Argan oil and honey is added to achieve a soft, radiant results. And so it says when to use it, you should dispense 2 to 3 pumps, distribute it evenly throughout the damp hair, air dry curls, or use a diffuser. Blase, blase, blase. So my goal is to try to only use like 4 rollers in each section. So to try to achieve that, I'm going to divide each section in the back in half, and then I'm going to divide that half into half. And I don't know what it is, but I always like to twist up my sections and then like wrap it around kind of like a bantu knot to keep everything separated, especially when my hair is like blow dried or straightened. Because I've noticed that like with the crocodile clips, they don't really hold your hair that well if your hair is like stretched or straightened. Another reason why I decided to only use a foam is because foams tend to dry quicker, and because I am going to be sleeping with these rollers in overnight and taking them out in the morning, I definitely wanted to use something that would dry fast. My hair is in 4 sections. I took one of the sections, divided that in half, and now I'm going to divide that half of a half, if that makes any sense. So like that. So I'm looking at using this much hair. And one thing about doing rod sets or roller sets in general, you can never detangle too much. Never. Okay. So I'm going to take a pump and a half. Let's see. we'll start with this much. I'm going to start with this much foam to begin with, and then we're going to see. I might need some more. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need some more. Alright, so I'm going to go in with another pump. And the thing is, I don't want to use too much foam because I don't want my hair to revert back. I'm going to make sure that I focus the foam on my ends. That way I can get a smooth, frizz-free finish. So I'm going to be doing the horseshoe method. And basically with the horseshoe method, my Flexirod is going to be in the shape of a horseshoe. And I'm going to put this part of my hair against the root. And then I'm going to split that section in two and wrap it around the perm rod in like a corkscrew fashion. So I'm going to show you guys that. Okay, so I had to go off camera and do some of these by myself because when I tell y'all I was getting mixed up, it was a hot mess. So now I feel like I definitely have my technique down pat. So I'm going to show you guys what it's looking like, and then I'm going to teach you what I learned. Okay, so this is like the front, the side view, and here's the back. So I started off with 4 sections, right? And so within each section, I divided the section in half. So let me show you guys how I divided my section so that you can understand how I knew how many perm rods I would need per section. So like I mentioned before, you're gonna start off by detangling your hair. Make sure that you're gentle so that you don't cause any unwanted breakage. Okay. So now that I've detangled my hair, I'm going to divide this section in half. Okay, and we're going to put the top half up because we don't need it right now. So with this one half, I'm going to divide this in half. So I'm going to detangle again because you can never detangle too much with a rod set. When I separated the other section in half, I kind of just did like up and down like that. So we're going to put this one up for now. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but in the front I have half purple and then half orange. So this half is gonna be a purple one here and then a purple one on top. Before I even do that, I'm gonna take my Flexirod and I'm going to do a horseshoe shape, right? So this is what we're looking like. So I'm going to take this section and divide it in half. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with my mousse. And I have a lot of hair, so that one pump was not doing anything. So use it to your discretion. But I'm just going to do like a pump and a half to start off with. Rub it together. Actually, I think a pump and a half might be perfect for this section. So I'm going to take the horseshoe, right? I'm going to put it between one of the sections and I'm going to put the base of the horseshoe as close to my scalp as I can get. So like this. And then I'm going to take my section and I'm just going to twirl it like this. Okay. And I do detangle a little bit once I get towards the end. I'm going to add some more foam. So I guess you can say it's like a spiral type of curl, and you just go all the way down, and then once I get to the end, I'm going to smooth my ends because I don't want any frizz, and then I'm going to bend it up. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so now we're going to do our spiral curl, and you're just going to spiral it. And the reason why I'm spiraling it is because I want that corkscrew type of curl. If I wanted more of like a flat, I guess, springy kind of curl, I would do like the curls that I would normally do for perm rod sets. I'm going to take a little more foam and put it on the ends of my hair. I'm going to just continue to corkscrew. Once I get to the ends, smooth it on out. Bend it up. And there you have it. Yes. So I'm going to do the other purple one, and then I'm going to show you how I do the orange one. The orange one is the same thing, but just to give you more visuals, Like I mentioned before, I'm going to detangle. We're going to divide the section in half. Like so, like that. I'm going to take my mousse. rub it together. Detangle. I have my orange Flexirod. Bend half like this. Take the section that we're working with. Put the Flexirod up to the base of your hair, and you're just, hold on. Make sure that the other section is out the way so you don't get it intertwined. So now I'm just going to twirl. Okay, once I get towards the end, I like to detangle. Add a little more mousse. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I am a little nervous about this hairstyle because I've never done it before. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. And also make sure that you're pulling it tight. And make sure you smooth those in so that you do not get any frizz. And voila. Okay, so I just finished the last two sections, and so my whole head is looking like, I think all together I have 4 rollers per section. So I use 16 rollers, 12 purple and 4 orange. So I'm gonna let this air dry. I might sit in the hair dryer, we shall see, but I'll be back with you guys once this is dry. Okay, so this is the next morning, and let me just say this. Sleeping in flexi rods is no fun at all, but it's worth it. It's worth it in the end. So I really truly just hope that my hair has fully dried. I did not sit under the hair dryer. I just did my hair and then I let it air dry and then I went to sleep. And the thing with flexi rods is, or any roller set in general, is that you need your hair to be completely dry. But I feel like since I used a foam, that was the only product that I used, my hair should be dry. So let's see. Okay, I'm coming a little closer for you guys. Let's try this one since it's in the front. So I'm just gonna unbend it. Let's see. I'm gonna take the end. Here we go. I'm gonna unravel the end in the opposite direction. Oh, we have a curl. So for the other side, I'm going to just unravel the roller like this. And there we have it. Let me show you guys up close. And I did kind of roll these a little tight, but it looks like it's dropping a little bit. And my main concern, if any, with this hairstyle is that I did do big sections and I was kind of nervous that my hair was not going to dry. So let's see. How do you take these out? All right, we're just going to roll it in the opposite direction like this. Okay. My hair just feels so soft. I'm going to take out the rest of the rollers and then we'll see what we're working with. Okay, so now the real test begins. So I'm going to take out one of the purple ones. And with the purple section, these were a lot bigger. I guess we're just going to unravel the end. Okay, so you can definitely see the difference in how big my curls are. Because the orange ones are kind of small and spirally, but then the purple ones are huge. Okay, so now that I have all the rollers out, I'm going to show you guys what they look like so far. So now I'm going to take some oil and I'm going to separate my curls. I'm using oil so that I can prevent any unwanted frizz because we did not work this hard for frizz, you know. And I'm using a lightweight oil because I don't want to weigh down my curls, so I am going to use the Curlsmith bonding oil. So before I go and separate my curls, I am going to oil my scalp, because I've noticed that if I don't oil my scalp before I separate and fluff, my scalp just won't get oil for the next few days. So I'm going in with the Mielle Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil. I don't know if you guys remember when this oil was going crazy all over TikTok and social media. So I'm just going to put a few drops on my scalp and massage that in. And I love oils that have the dropper because I can easily access my scalp. And I don't know if it's just me, but I love like herbal scents with hair products, with oils. Pause, there's still a roller right here. Tell me you have thick hair without telling me you have thick hair. There are rollers still in my head. I'm gonna give it a good massage. I'm just gonna section my hair off as I'm separating the curls. I like to do this because I don't like my hair to be in my face while I'm doing it. And also just to make sure that I separate all the curls. You know, my hair feels so soft. I am gonna start in the back, so I'm just gonna spray a little bit of this bonding oil on my hands. Just a few pumps. So I like to stretch my hair out, and then I like to separate it where it separates naturally, and then I twirl it around my finger in the direction that I had installed it on the perm rod. And the more that you separate, the more you'll be prone to frizz. But I like day 3 hair on day 1. So I generally tend to separate as much as I can without disturbing my curls too much. Alright, so I'm just going to continue to do that all over my head. But while I do that, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about what I've noticed when doing this hairstyle. Because this is my first time doing a Flexirod set on blown out hair. I noticed that the purple rollers obviously make bigger curls. And I kind of like the bigger curls that come with the purple rollers, but I'm not really getting that spiral corkscrew look that I was going for. So I don't know if maybe I'll see it in the end. As you can see, the curl looks corkscrew, but I don't know. I'm thinking maybe once I finish separating and fluffing, that maybe it'll look the way I want it to look. But one thing that I will say about doing like roller sets on stretch hair that I've noticed is better compared to doing it on wet hair is the drying time. If I was to do a Flexirod set or a perm rod set on my wet natural hair, my hair would still be wet, if not damp. Normally when I do roller sets on my wet hair, I have to sit under the hair dryer for at least a good 2 hours, and then I sleep in it overnight just to make sure. Because one thing I would hate to have is my hair still be wet. So I wanted to show you guys what my hair looked like after I separated and took down the purple Flexirod. So now I'm going to separate the front, which had the orange ones, just so you guys can see the difference in the curl pattern and the diameter, because the orange ones are smaller. I feel like they gave me more definition, whereas the big rollers, the purple ones, gave me more volume. So that is something I noticed. So this one is the orange rollers, and then this is the purple rollers in the back. I feel like I did a really good job in choosing to do the purple in the back and the orange in the front, because the orange is definitely going to frame my face and it kind of gives it a little more definition. Okay, so this is what my hair is looking like after being fully separated, and I like it. It's just not as big as I wanted it to be. So I'm going to go back in and separate a little more, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys how I fluff it out. Okay, so this is my hair after I separated it a little more. Now I'm going to go in with my Y2 comb and just kind of pick the roots to give it a little more volume. You do not want to comb your ends because it's going to mess up the curl. So I'm just going to grab a small section and brush my roots kind of like this. Let's see. Yeah. fine. And of course, if what I had before was your desired look, you can stop there. But like I mentioned before, I'm trying to get more volume. Okay, not sure if you guys can tell the difference, but this is the side that I fluffed out with the wide tooth comb, and then this is the side that I have not fluffed out. You see how the volume is starting to come in? So I'm going to fluff out the other side and then I'll come right back. Okay, so this is the other side fluffed out. I'm going to change my shirt, you know, get cute, that kind of thing. And then I'll be right back with the final results. Okay, Zuris, but do you see these results? I was a bit worried, I'm not gonna lie. I really truly was, but I feel like it turned out really cute. So 2 things that I did do off camera, I'm going to insert clips to show you guys what I did. So the first thing that I did was I used low heat, high volume just to stretch out my roots a little bit, just to give me some length in the front, because if you remember, I used orange flexi rods in the front, so there was that length difference between the front and the back. So I had stretched out the front just a little bit just to give it some length, and it blended in really well. And then afterwards I went in with my pick to kind of fluff it out a little more just to give it some more shape, and here we are. So yes, I definitely would give this hairstyle a 10 out of 10. Is it going to last throughout the week? That, I don't know. But yes, but I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and comment down below if you've tried this hairstyle before or if you will. And until next time, bye.